Welcome back. I'm now joined by Bernie Leitz, who is the COO of Corbett, Duncan, and Hubley PC. Welcome, Bernie. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
I'd like for you to tell me just a little bit about your organization.
Sure. Well, Corbett, Duncan, and Hubley is a CPA and consulting firm, and what makes us different is we're a values-based organization. So we really believe in having core values and not just having them on a piece of paper, but living those through our daily actions. So we have 4 core values that are very important to us, which are integrity, individual responsibility, growth, and accountability. And so we give each other feedback on how we live those values. And we want to work with organizations that share the same values that we do. So that's very important to us as we look for a fit with a customer, that they share those values. And so to give you an example of how that would impact somebody, certainly from an integrity standpoint, anyone that might ask us to do something which would run afoul of that integrity core value certainly wouldn't be in line with how we do business. And we try to hold our clients accountable for delivering on the things that they say that they're going to do so that we can help them.
Great. And how do you do that?
Sometimes that means having a difficult conversation with them or asking them, to follow through. And we expect them to do the same with us. So if we're not meeting their needs or we're not being individually responsible and doing what we're supposed to do, that we expect them to do the same with us.
Wonderful. Aside from the core values, what separates CDH from other CPAs?
Well, we're really unique in that we don't do any billing by the hour. Okay. So in most professional services, accounting, law, hourly billing has really been the norm for a number of years. And we felt that we really looked at why we wanted to do this was to make a difference for our customers. So we feel like making a difference is not a question of how long you spend on something, but what result you're getting. And so the customer really determines value when you're providing service. And so we set all of our pricing up front, and we agree upon that with the customer and tell them how much they're going to pay and when. And people really like that. There's very few services that you buy where you don't know the price in advance. And so
that's a very good point.
It's very unique in our industry.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, you look very calm, given that it is, the height of tax season, right? You look pretty calm. I know, for me, I'm probably guilty of reaching out, to my accountant at the last minute. So why is it important not just to keep in touch during tax season, but really throughout the year?
Well, a lot of empirical data and just conversations with customers and prospects tells us that people really want an advisor. And so a lot of business owners really should be working with an attorney or an accountant to help them make key decisions about their business. And so really a relationship with your accountant is not about seeing them once a year and getting your tax return done. We can help with planning strategies to save you money, to make you more profitable, doing tax planning both for your business and individuals. So really having an ongoing relationship throughout the year is very important.
Wonderful. That's good to know, good to keep in mind. Tell us about your ideal customer.
Well, we work only with privately held companies, and we try to work with growing businesses in the middle market. So we specialize in working with firms that are manufacturing and distribution, some professional services companies. And then we have a lot of customers that are inbound U.S. subsidiaries of foreign companies. So they come to the U.S. and they set up an office here. And what we do for those companies is a lot of times they're growing and they have needs, not only financial, but things that go beyond that as well. So for example, they need to hire and train and evaluate employees. Sometimes they need IT infrastructure help or help with communicating with mobile devices or within their offices. And then obviously they need good financial reporting so they can get financing from a bank so that they can report to their parent companies or people that are working with them. So there's really a number of different services that growing businesses need that extend beyond tax and accounting into other areas that help them run and grow their business.
Very interesting. How do those foreign agencies find out about you?
We're pretty well known, especially in the Japanese community in this area. We have quite a few Japanese customers and several European customers as well. So we tend to have relationships within communities with chambers of commerce and just within the Japanese community and the European community in Chicago, so that our name is passed along to people
Sure.
who are looking for help.
Well,
So-
that the reason must be, I mean, you mentioned your core values, and they see that values, in you. So I'm sure that's why your reputation is spread so well. If you had to share with, I know you do a lot of business with bigger companies, but for smaller businesses, what is a common mistake that you see them make from a financial perspective?
Well, I think being really reactive and just viewing your numbers as looking at them historically. So what we find is businesses don't sit down and have a plan. So really when we sit down and work with a business owner, we try to take a step back and say, what goals are they trying to achieve? What do they need to do that? Could they use an operating budget? What other financial targets are they trying to hit? And then as we're working with them throughout the year, then we try to look at how are they doing against those goals that they're trying to hit? How are they maybe reporting those to another organization or a parent company, if that might be the case? And it gives them some more information just about how they're progressing against their targets. So not really looking at the big picture and just thinking, I need to just get my transactions in order is probably one of the most common mistakes that we see.
Wonderful. Well, you look pretty relaxed for this time of year. I want to know if April 16th you're going to be heading out of town.
I don't think so. In our business, we actually work with quite a few customers who have March year ends as well. So
Okay.
we'll be pretty busy throughout the summer as well, helping those customers. And then any tax returns that we couldn't get finished by March 15th or April 15th, we'll be working on helping those customers wrap those up too. So.
Wonderful. And any last thoughts that you might share when it comes to being fiscally aware or responsible?
Again, I think it gets back to having some kind of a plan and having a good team of people that you work with, whether that's internally or whether that's an attorney or an advisor like a CPA, but having a plan, having a budget, having some goals that you're trying to hit as a company, and then really checking in at least quarterly on how you're doing against those. It'll give you a much better idea of where you stand.
Wonderful. Bernie, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having Corbin, Duncan, and Hubley.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.